sorry, but I must interrupt this show. You know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man. I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super fun like I'm playing for Blizzard. Cut you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch. I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of The Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7. He's Ham Solo. We're TSWS Gaming. Ham, how you doing?
Yo, what's cracking? Voice is still a little raspy, still getting over being sick and whatnot, but all in all, I'm doing pretty good. A better day than the last few days. I don't got no dang headache or nothing, so I'd say I'm doing pretty good. And I got to unbox something pretty amazing earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
Want me to show you?
We will be. Yes, please. Let's just do that. Fuck it. Let's just do it. That's the highlight of the show. Do it.
All right, let's
That's
do
the
it.
only reason anyone's here anyway.
Oh, sure, whatever.
Why we capping?
Check it out, though. It's pretty good. I like it.
What's up, it's your boy Ham Solo 05 Gaming, and here with me today I got the Xbox Series S toaster. I haven't unboxed this yet, so let's go ahead and do that together. No, keep it first. Alright, so let's go ahead and dig into her. So that's what it looks like on the inside. It's got some of this egg carton stuff to keep it safe.
Shout out to the wife for helping me do this.
She's the MVP.
This big sucker.
You just
Yeah.
unboxed it. She
just so happened to
made
be
it worth
home
watching.
today because it snowed like crazy yesterday, so she couldn't get into work. So had her available to do it.
We also have.
Also, did you call it a her? Are you assuming the toaster's sexuality, Ham?
Yeah.
Oh my lord! Someone cancel this man.
Just to get this thing going. So
Oh my! Wait! Did you actually
birdie.
toast it
plug this sucker
in the video?
and let's see.
Yes,
how it
sir.
goes. Get that
Oh
in there.
my lord!
All right.
I absolutely did.
Put this
I
right here,
did this just a couple hours ago.
and I'm gonna hilariously.
Wearing the same shirt.
Are you-
that's recording right
Are
now.
your hands big
Go ahead and
or
hit the button down.
is American bread that small?
It's just the type of bread that I have.
All right,
No problem.
this man.
Smelling that.
You should be
bread.
playing games. Why are you toasting? What's going on here?
I'm just-
Are you
All the
hating?
moms are gonna say no, sir.
This is not for
You know what?
moms,
I
I
wanna
can
know,
tell you that
Ham.
right now.
Are those
Too
toast slices
bad.
also going to PlayStation and
You could have
Nintendo?
Xbox toast
This
daily
one
if it
right
was
here
for
is for
moms.
dads.
I don't know
This
what
is
to
for
tell you.
dads.
Blast it.
Dads. So
Oh,
I
it's
want
got
you
a
to see-
timer.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Or is it the
Oh,
24.
that's cute.
No, this is
And the
definitely
cancel
going
is the
down.
little X. Ooh, bagel,
There's a
defrost.
defrost.
Oh, you can put a bagel in there. That's nice.
To defrost your bread.
Yeah.
What?
Some people put bagels in the freezer.
No.
You didn't know people put bagels in the
Why?
freezer?
Mom used to do that.
In the
What is it?
toast, no. In the
Ugh.
toaster, no.
But
I didn't know
be
that.
ready for the pop.
Oh my gosh.
You see that right there, y'all.
That looks kind of burnt.
You
Xbox,
nerd.
baby. Xbox.
I did turn it up quite a bit.
Oh my god.
I did
that's
turn
not-
it up quite a bit
Yeah,
because
that's a good toast.
I did turn it up just a little bit because after that popped and stuff, I was like, I ain't eating this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I was like,
this
I'm not
man
eating this.
will blame himself
I had it turned up to like
before he
5
blames
or
Xbox.
something like that. And
No,
yeah, I
Ham.
could easily turn that up to 3 and it'd be perfect.
This man will blame he will blame himself before he blames Xbox. That's all I have to say. That's the level of loyalty we're dealing with right now.
Hey, man,
But
I had
okay.
it turned up. That shit is hot.
Oh my lord. Welcome in everyone. Mr. Joanna Dark came in here first. Appreciate the support, bruv. Welcome in Vincent Vega. Yo, be peace, hashtag peace, love, life. Drawn TJ, thank you so much for coming in. Too big, mahalo. Raichi, Remake Station, Genesis PT, welcome in. Oh my goodness, we already have a super chat. All right. Drawn TJ, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Sony even failed to merge with someone. Sony even failed to merge with someone. Sony burning no PS5. Hi, my little
No PS6.
pony Texan. Okay, no PS6. You know what? That statement made no sense, but I'll read it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Day Reezy, Xbox toasting bread, making that bread. Yeah, you would start to think that maybe we're getting sponsored by Xbox. It's getting a bit much.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I'm not sorry about it at all, actually. I love it. Eat it. Literally, eat it.
Oh Lord. Go Paul, welcome in. Dude, it's all coming to PS5. Everything is coming to PS5. Anyways. What you been playing besides making toast?
What I've been playing as of lately, let's see. I mean, I've been playing some Avatar, some 2K, the finals, Speed Punks on my PS2, which is actually a PS1 game. Strider. Been playing some Strider. Let's see. I know I'm missing a couple things, but that's what I can think of off the top of my head.
I think I have a problem. I think I might have to uninstall Football Manager.
Trash.
Yeah, it's cool. Whatever you have to say, man. But I'm just saying, for me, it's getting to the point where I'm struggling to play anything else. It's just like Football Manager. Every 5 minutes, I can
tragic.
Every hour, I just want to play Football Manager. Like, I'm at work and I'm thinking about the formations. I'm thinking about the youth players that I would that I want to develop. I'm thinking about the old ass players with huge bloated contracts that I need to get rid of. And I'm thinking about the fact that I still haven't won the FA Cup and I haven't been to the final of the Champions League, and it's just all over the place. And I can't think about anything else. In terms of gaming, it's just Football Manager. So
I'm sorry, but I just don't understand it. And that's fine.
It's cool. It's cool. Just think about how you can't play, like when Ark was banging. Think about how you couldn't
Ark,
do anything.
Go places, you do stuff.
Oh Lord!
Football Manager,
don't
you
even
just
start
look at
him.
files.
Oh my goodness! Have you tried Football Manager?
For soccer.
Have you tried Football Manager?
No.
All right. Well, when you give it a go, come back to me. Raichi, I love you for this. I really do. Ham, is Quick Resume coming to PlayStation?
Yeah, fucking right. I mean, it might be in the Pro.
Oh my Lord. Okay. let's get the super chat. Thank you so much to Too Big for the super chat. Says, oh my lord, is this gonna
Yeah,
become
give
a
it to him.
thing?
Give it to him,
Is this gonna
sucker.
become a thing now?
Give it to him,
All
sucker.
right. All right.
Oh, you even got
All
the
right.
Indiana Jones cap today.
Don't even start. Don't start him. Oh goodness.
Give it to him. He paid.
You know what? I'm gonna start gatekeeping. It's not gonna be like any super chat, and then I do it. I'm gonna increase it to like $10. Otherwise, I won't do it. All right, here goes. Here goes. Yeah, done. I did it. Thank you so much, Too Big. Appreciate you. All right.
Felt you reach back into your ancestry.
Dude, if I have to reach back into my ancestry, I think I'm like, I must be. I think I'm like South African because I had someone tell me that I dream in Zulu, and I speak Zulu when I sleep, which is weird because although I do speak more than one African language, because I speak Zulu, I speak Shona and Ndebele, which is very similar to Zulu. Why would I dream in Zulu specifically? You know what I mean? So that's why I think if I went back in my ancestry, I think I'm probably Zulu. Welcome in,
all
Talos
that
Ray.
just as much as I understand Football Manager. I tell you that much.
Well, whatever, dog. Whatever, dog. Genesis PT is having fun with Starfield, with Redfall. Sorry, Ham. I don't know if you addressed this before we get into the topics for today. I don't know if you addressed this on video because I saw you put a post up on Twitter that no matter how big our channel gets, you'll never treat people based on how much financial support they give the channel. The whole Reforge gaming
Reforge?
thing. Did you address this?
That shit
Did you
was
address this
dumb.
on video?
What's that?
All right, go. Have you addressed it on video?
No, I haven't addressed that on video at all.
All right,
no.
so go ahead. Go in.
No, that's ridiculous. Like, who the hell goes out and says, you know what, you're nothing. You're essentially saying you're nothing to me if you don't pay me.
Pay me.
You're nothing to me. I don't want to hear your opinion. You don't have anything good to say. I'm not going to acknowledge you. I don't care about you. You're garbage. I look at you as just a viewer, like nothing else. I don't want to see you. I don't want to interact with you. I don't want to meet you. Like, yo, that's wild. But I mean, we have these stands out here that will happily support people like that. And I think that shit's weird. That's that cult like shit right there that says, you know what? You're nothing. You're nothing unless you believe what I believe and do as I say. You know, I can't rock with that. Did you have any thoughts on that?
Yes, I did. But real quick, let me get to the chat here. Welcome in, Talos Ray.
We'll grab some water.
Genesis PT. Yeah, Genesis PT. I won't be making a video of the yeehaw because the reason people come in to watch live is to interact with me and Ham, right? So if I make a video and then I just click on that video and play it, I'm kind of cheapening why everyone's here live. You know what I mean? And although I'm not like Reforge Gaming, I do believe in the other side, right? The reciprocity of it. You guys are giving us your time. Before we even talk super chats or whatever, you guys are literally, right, taking out your phones, your tablets, your PCs, your consoles, and you were deliberately pressing buttons to open TSWS gaming. You guys are doing that, right? And there's value in that. So I don't want to cheapen said value by someone not only taking the time to come and watch us, which is a privilege in and of itself, right? I don't want to cheapen just that, but someone is sending cash, actual money, right, to watch us. And then I sit here, I record a video one time and then I press a button every time they set every time they come on, and every time they send money, I just press a button and it says yeehaw. No.
Spit your facts. Spit your facts.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not going to make a video or an audio and then just play that when people send money asking for a yeehaw. But Ham, to before I get reach to Reforge, Vic, I haven't seen it, bruv. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to be a snob or anything, but I don't check my Twitter like every 5 minutes or every 5 hours. I literally check my Twitter for 1 hour before I get into work every day. And then as soon as I get into work, bro, that's it. I can't get into what I do specifically, but I need 1000% focus on what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Unless like Ham calls me and is like, bro, check out what's happening with what X, Y, and Z. I'm not getting on social media. I haven't gotten on it yet, but what time is it? My time. It's midnight right now, my time. So in about 6 hours, I will be jumping on it. If there's anything specific, you can just put it in the chat and then I'll check it out. Ham, to Reforge Gaming, the whole Reforge Gaming thing. Like I just got done saying, it's so snobbish. It's so, like, I'm trying to find words to describe it. It is sad. It is disgusting.
It's inappropriate. That's what I called it. I called it inappropriate.
It shows not just complacency, right? It shows contempt. And I put a comment on Twitter a couple of days ago talking about it's easy to be hungry. It's much harder to stay hungry. You know what I mean? And I think this applies. It's like, as a content creator, right? Like, you've gone full time on TSWS Gaming. Between the two of us, you've gone full time on the whole content creation thing. I still don't have the financial privilege, right, to go full time. But if you go full time, dude, these are very basic things that you need to just know, and you need to practice it and believe it. People are more than just how much money. And that's what these avatars are on the screen. Vic the Click, Reichi, Mishi Miyagi, Genesis PT, my brother in Kojima, Mr. Joanna Duck. These are actual people. These are not just avatars, right? And when he says what he says, he's reducing people to just numbers on an Excel sheet. And we get enough of that treatment at work. We get enough of that treatment from the government. We get enough of that treatment from Xbox, from PlayStation, and from Nintendo. Okay? So when you come to places like Reforge Gaming, when you go to a live stream for Alex, when you come to TSWS Gaming, you want something different. That's why you're here. And then when he says what he says, literally the mask fell off. Anyone that's still watching Reforge Gaming, hey man, different strokes. Some people are masochists. That's all I'll say. Some people are masochists. So that's all I have to say about that. The mask fell off. Mr. Inferno Games,
I love
you
it.
can share.
Bars,
you can share that money. You don't think I went in too deep on that one?
No, because you're supposed to respect your community. You're supposed to respect people. You're supposed to be the bigger person, in my opinion, when you're doing this type of stuff. And like, I understand sometimes the chat can get toxic. I mean, we've had our chat get wild a few different times. And, I understand the level. I mean, he has much more following than we do, and has a lot more people watching, a lot more people waiting for him to mess up and everything like that. And I get that. But what he did right there was he just fed the dogs. He fed the dogs right there. He was just like, you know what? I am that guy that you thought I was. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to keep, and that's why I 100% agree with you when you said the mask fell off. The mask fell off. He could no longer, he can no longer say, I'm doing it for the people, because he's not.
Yep. And now people will use that recording.
You can't say I'm
forever.
doing it for the people. I'm doing it for gamers. I'm doing it for no. You just told us you're doing it for money, and that's it.
Yep. And that's going to live. That's going to live forever. The same way the whole say no to rage thing is going to live on forever. This right here is forever. And Vincent hit it on the head. So basically, Reforge is only in for the money. And that's another thing, guys. I don't think there's anything wrong, right, with saying that you want to make money off of content creation. Right?
No, I think
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
You know?
Damn it.
No, I can hear you. But yeah, no, we all do. I mean, that shouldn't be the only driving factor for you to feel the need to respond to somebody, for you to feel the need to engage with your fan base, whether it be positivity or negativity. You should 100% have absolutely no problem with people in your chat, no matter what they have to say. I mean, if you want to kick somebody or you don't like somebody being there, then get rid of them or whatever. But as for just flat out feeling the need to, oh my goodness, we got 2 Lokes. What's happening here?
Am I back?
Wait, whoa, what happened right there?
Life.
That took my breath away.
I'm self-replicating. That's what's happening. Sorry, I was making my point, and then someone came into, and I don't know what happened. Anyway, point is, I don't have a problem with people that come out and are honest and saying they want to make money off of gaming content. Me personally, I definitely want to do that. All right. I look forward to the day that TSWS Gaming makes enough money that I can look back and be like, you know what? I'm done, like, actually working. I'm just going to stream and make videos for TSWS Gaming because I actually love doing this, right? But it's not the main reason why me and you do it. I assume you also love it as much as I do, considering how much passion you've displayed over the years. This is not just about, oh, we want to make money. For me and you, Ham, this is a privilege. We every time we have more than 2 people on live, it's a reason to pop the champagne.
Absolutely, because I remember back in the day, the only people watching was us. Now I don't even turn on my phone to be a viewer. You know, you remember those days?
Bro, I remember that shit. I remember when there was 2 viewers, one was your phone, the other one was my phone. And then at the end of the week, there was 4 people that had viewed the live because your wife's phone had gone to watch it, and then my wife's phone had gone to watch it. So I'm okay with people saying that they want to make money off of content creation. But for me, as soon as it becomes the reason why you do content creation, then you have a problem.
Man, you are glitching something fierce today. I don't know if you have things running in the background or what's going on, but like your camera today is treacherous.
Okay. Hold on. OBS is still open. And Football Manager is open. Oh my!
How dare you have that open? With
sorry, Football Manager.
Oh my goodness, you're out of your mind.
God damn it, dude! I told you I have a problem. All right, I have a problem. Yo, Danny, I paid good money to make sure chat bullying Loke is prioritized. See? Okay. Ham, let's get to the topics. Can we do that? It's been almost 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm not even
absolutely.
sure when I get through all of it. I'm not sure when I get through all of it, but let's give it a proper try. So first off, we have Xbox and Bethesda Developer Direct event confirmed for January 18th. So next week, Thursday, beginning at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. GMT, and my time actually is 8 p.m. GMT plus 2. That's what Central African time is. So we're talking about 10 p.m. my time. I really appreciate this Xbox. Thank you so much for making something where I don't have to wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning. Anyway, it will provide fans with an inside look at a selection of highly anticipated games coming to Series X and S, PC, and Game Pass. Presented by the developers themselves, this will include Machine Games' Indiana Jones. What? Obsidian's Avowed, Oxide Games. Games is Ara, History Untold, and Ninja Theories. Senor, oh god, I'm so tired of seeing Senor Saga. The presentation will include an update on Activision Blizzard games. In Microsoft's words, it'll feature, so those games. Shortly after Developer Direct finishes, ZeniMax Online Studios will host a standalone Elder Scrolls Online presentation beginning at 9 p.m. GMT, so 1 hour later. Hamothy, are you excited for the Xbox Bethesda Developer Direct event?
I think, yeah, absolutely. I'm crazy excited for it. I want to see what the heck they got to show off. Last year, all the games that they showed off came out that same year. So I'm really excited to see it. Whatchamacallit, Indiana Jones, like throwing that hat in the ring. I mean, the hat that I just seen you wearing and screaming "Yeehaw" with, right, just a moment ago. That was phenomenal. So I thought it was very perfect for this episode. Of course, Ninja Theory with Hellblade, because that's probably going to be the most beautiful game to come out this year, bar none. Oxide, can you remind me what the heck that is?
This is the first time this is the first time I've seen Ara History Untold. I had no idea. Oxide Games is Ara History Untold.
Okay, yeah, I can't say that I'm excited about that, but maybe it can change my opinion about it after watching it or whatever. I have been giving different type of genres a chance when I start to get bored.
It looks like something similar to Sid Meier's Civilization.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's what I've been hearing about it being. That's why I tell you right now that I haven't been super interested in what I've seen about it. But
it literally is. I just opened the Xbox video, and it says Ara History Untold delivers an evolution in turn-based historical grand strategy. Your choices will define the world you create, your experience, and your legacy. So yeah, go ahead. It's literally another or something similar to Sid Meier's Civilization. Go ahead.
So yeah, like I said, that's possibly why I'm not like absolutely in love with this game. I'm just not sure about it yet. I'd have to try it. But as for Obsidian with Avowed, I'm extremely thirsty for that game just to see all the possibilities and stuff that you can do within it. So to have a sit down and hear about what's going on here in 9 days, yeah, I'm excited. That's just a little over a week away. Let's go.
Okay. For me, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for the Developer Direct because we've heard so much before, and now we need to see like the actual stuff with Avowed. I want to see more hands-on, in-depth discussion or presentations. also I think it's nice. Shows like these are nice because besides Hellblade, I'm excited to see if everything that's announced comes out this year, because it's about time we stop seeing games that are 5-6 years away being announced and being highlighted, and we're seeing trailers and people are going hype, and it's like, bro, it's not even coming out this year. I hope they continue to do this with the developer direct specifically. I think that'll give the developer direct more value, in fact, than other stuff or other shows where they present a whole bunch of stuff, but it's like, yeah, your kid will probably be in high school by the time this comes out, you know? So
No, absolutely. I think the other thing that makes me crazy excited for this whole thing, right, is just the fact of the matter that this kind of confirms that this is something that they plan to do regularly to open up the year,
yes,
right? Because last year we had this conversation after the developer direct saying, man, like I hope that's something that they plan on doing repeatedly,
yes.
right? But now we're starting to see it like come back around again, and it's just, keep in mind they said a while back, yo, we want to make our releases a big game release per quarter, right?
Yeah,
If you're wishing for is to see all these games come out this year, and I mean I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, maybe this developer direct is literally showcasing the biggest and best games that are coming out for Xbox this year right at the jump,
yeah,
so we have something to be excited for and to look forward to throughout the year. I think that's kind of the point of the whole thing.
yeah. If that's it, then it's a solid start. But it's man, this Ara game, no offense to whoever made Ara better not be one of the bangers that they're counting on for 2024. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I know it has a lot of I know it surprisingly has a lot of people hyped. It has like a cult following, something like age.
It's cool, dude.
What it seems like.
That's why it's called a cult following. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but a cult
it's cool to have
following
a
can
cult
explode, right? Baldur's Gate was a cult following.
Hold the phone. Ara next to Baldur's Gate.
I'm not saying
Come
that it's
on.
gonna be the next Baldur's Gate. I'm saying that it was a cult following and then it exploded.
Well, what
I'm not saying
is
that because, like I told you
certain cult
already from the
following.
jump, I look at it and I'm not convinced yet. So I'm gonna need to see more from it. So I'm not telling you it's gonna be a Baldur's Gate at all. I'm just saying, who knows?
I'm telling you, it's not gonna be a Baldur's Gate. So as far as releases this year is concerned, they still need 2 more games. Xbox still needs 2 more bangers for 2024 to have the proper 1 banger per quarter quota per quota that they spoke about. So right now it would be Avowed and Ninja Theory. Those are the only 2 confirmed that you can be like, okay, now these are actually potential game of the year games. There's 2 more. We still need 2 more. Mr. Johnny Dark with the member chat. Look using Xbox COVID cam looking blurry. It's the same camera. It literally is the same camera. Also, thank you so much, Mr. Joanna Dark, for gifting 10 TSWS gaming memberships. Everyone, make sure you take advantage of this.
Man, that brother telling you to hit it with the lens cleaner. He's saying you looking dirty.
I'll try it again, maybe next week. I don't know. Monk Bloody, welcome in. Power World is what I'm most thirsty to get my hands on. That's the Pokemon with guns thing, right? That's
and I love how people keep explaining it like that, right? And some people are actually using that as a complaint. Oh, this is just Pokemon with guns, and I'm like, perfect.
No, it's not a complaint. Okay. For me, it's not.
Yeah, exactly. To me, it is not a complaint. To me, that is a level.
What are you talking about?
That is a level up.
For
I
me,
want this
Ham,
thing to explode.
I don't understand. It's like people don't want good things, right? Pokemon is something that a whole lot of people love. Xbox said then, like, let's make something close to Pokemon. Oh, it's Pokemon with guns. Dude, if PlayStation
Xbox
wakes
didn't
up
make it.
tomorrow, okay, that's not the point. The point is the
I get it.
developers said let's make something with Pokemon that's essentially Pokemon with guns. If PlayStation stands up and is like, okay, let's make something like Titanfall, are we gonna sit here and be like, it's just Titanfall, but it's on play? Shut up. We want a Titanfall successor since EA won't do it. So yeah, that Power looks nice. Hey, welcome in, Mike Johnson. This is a win-win for gamers and Xbox. Yeah, the developer direct is definitely a win-win. Oshus, welcome in, bruv. Welcome in.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, please.
Please do smash the like button. Oshus says, where my PlayStation? Dude, there's an H missing here. Where my PlayStation port bag is at? All right, not where. Come on. Welcome in the Longhouse Gaming Podcast. Hey, Black Viking, welcome in.
Yep.
This dude, he kind of funny, if you know what I mean.
Like
He kind of funny.
wild.
No, Ham, kind of funny. Get it? Kind of funny.
Yeah, you disrespectful. Wow. All right, gotcha.
I'm disrespectful. I'm disrespectful. All right. This guy. Mike Johnson challenging you. You saw your last video. You can run, but you can't hide. We will get to that topic. Ham. So we're definitely both excited, and we're definitely going to be watching the Xbox Bethesda developer direct next week. Correct?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I ain't gonna miss that. I'm not gonna miss that. I'll definitely not be doing a video, a live video
we'll,
of
stream.
it. But
yeah,
but
we decided
what does that
stop
land on?
doing
Is that a
last year,
Thursday?
right?
What is that?
Yeah,
a
it's a
Thursday?
Thursday. Yes.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely do an after video though. We can do a live video, Loke, and I think we should do what we did last time. What we did last time and just have an open panel of people that want to come in and talk about what they thought about it.
Yeah,
we'd like to hear from
Black
you guys,
Viking,
the community, the people that are sitting here
Black
watching.
Viking, you want to come in, Mr. Inferno? Go ahead, reach out to either me or Ham. We're definitely let's do that, Ham. Let's do that since we don't do the live shows because of the whole copyright infringement and whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that anymore.
Yeah.
Especially since we're like monetized now. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. Sir X-Man with a super chat. Welcome in, Sir X-Man. Blah, blah, blah. Usually you come in with your blah, blah, blah. What happened to the blah, blah, blah? Says, I want Splatoon from Nintendo on Xbox. You can want it, right? Like you can want it. It's never going to happen. Right? It's never. Just buy a Nintendo, bro. Just buy a Nintendo, right? You want PlayStation games? Buy a PlayStation. You want Xbox games? Buy whatever you want. I'm sorry. Okay, so Xbox Bethesda, cool. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna do a post show. We're gonna have some guests. Awesome. Let's move on. Hamothy. Since we're talking about the Nintendo games on Xbox, this is from our dear IGN. Xbox hit Hi-Fi Rush is heavily rumored to be set for rival console, the Nintendo Switch, in 2024, sparking and this is the word you don't hear very often, vociferous debate about Microsoft's exclusives strategy. Insider Nate the Hate
for that one.
Not really. I know the word vociferous, and I kind of like it. It reminds me of one of my favorite like Latin to English transitions, which is vivacious, which means like someone full of life. So I didn't reach into anything when I saw this. Anyway, insider Nate the Hate, that's his name, who has a good track record when it comes to video game announcements, teased that a critically acclaimed Xbox exclusive is set to launch on a competing console platform. Reset Era user, oh my lord, what is this? Lilo. Wow. Who also has a good
call it
track
Lowly.
record for video. Yeah. Who also has a good track record for video game announcements, then appeared to confirm Tango Gameworks Hi-Fi Rush is coming to Switch. Windows Central then reported that Microsoft has, quote, has been exploring bringing some of its back catalog to other platforms, although some of the details remain vague and unconfirmed. IGN has asked Microsoft for comment. Obviously, they haven't said anything. The reports have sparked a debate online about Microsoft's exclusive strategy, with some fans bemoaning the idea of an Xbox exclusive launching on a rival console such as the Nintendo Switch or the PS5. Others have expressed excitement that a game such as Hi-Fi Rush could get a second wind and millions more players, potentially helping to build the case for a sequel. Before I carry on in this article, Ham, what the hell? Hi-Fi Rush needs no reason, right, to build a case for a sequel right now, as is, not being on any other platform is console-wise. What's your take on Hi-Fi Rush or other Xbox games potentially going to other platforms?
Oh man! So when I first seen this, I was I was a little taken back, and I was just like, "Why the hell would they do that? What are they doing? This doesn't make any sense. Why would you put something on your of your own somewhere else?" You know, I actually made a whole video about it and everything, talking about
Yep,
what
yesterday.
Jez said. I talked about what Tim Dog said, what Clobrill said, and I agreed with them on a lot of different things. So I rendered my video, right? And I was getting it ready to post. It was uploading to YouTube. And while it was uploading to YouTube, my wife woke up and was like, What are you up to? And I said, I just got done making a video. And she's like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, check it out real quick. And she's seen what was going on in the video, and she like does like the accounting and working with numbers and stuff like all day at her job, which she works at a fairly large business, right? A grocery business, might I add. But she was looking at it, and she is like, I see all these people that are mad, and I understand that they're angry because, something of their own feels like it's going into somebody else's pocket. But the way a big company like Microsoft is going to look at stuff is it's all about the statistics and stuff like that at the end of the day. So I was like, wow, you got my attention. You're starting to kind of sound like Loke right now. That's what I was thinking in my head. All they think about is numbers, right? Numbers. That's all that these companies ever think about. And she was telling me, she was like, to have a game that's sought after to go to another platform, and you just sit back and you watch how their community reacts to it, how they sell it, how they purchase it, what are they willing to do to get the game, then you can bring that information to your to your bosses, and then maybe that next game doesn't come out for that competing platform, and they have to come back to Xbox, or the next iteration of it comes out, but you have to wait a whole year or two just to be able to play it on a rival company. My wife straight up told me, she's like, they're going to take care of themselves first, that being Microsoft, but why wouldn't they want to bleed some of their competition at the same time? And I was like, that's That sounds about as evil as Microsoft could be right there. That sounds about right.
That's very Microsoft. That's very Microsoft.
Exactly. So I'm just like, I'm like I understand like we make something, we want it to be ours, but at the same time, if it's something like a Hi-Fi Rush or a Sea of Thieves, and might I add, like, I don't play Sea of Thieves. I already played
No.
Hi-Fi Rush
Or
over a
Grounded.
year ago, or a year ago now, about a year ago, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like I can be mad that it's somewhere else, but it really doesn't matter what I think. Microsoft's trying to make that buck, and if they can get it somewhere
100.
else, and if they can get it somewhere else, and on top of that, still be able to hold on to IPs and not give them away, like Halo or your Hellblade. Because I would be kind of like, why is Hellblade on PlayStation if that happened? Because that's a single player. To me, that's a single player experience that clearly would drive people to your ecosystem. So why would you put it somewhere else? But as for like something that you're trying to keep the service alive for, like a Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, you could maybe argue a little bit. But also maybe it didn't cost that much to make, and they're trying to maximize their profit off of that.
Mm-hmm.
I like there's various reasons as to why they could be moving and doing what they're doing. But in my eyes, as long as they keep the big deals in house, that be a Halo, that be a Starfield, that be a Elder Scrolls, right? And Avowed.
No.
To me, that'd be great.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Sir X-Man, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Xbox games on Nintendo, not on PlayStation 5 for the win. Salute emoji 4 times. All right, now you're just trying to be messy. Okay, that's cool. Legendary Yobi. Yeah, I said the same thing, Yobi. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. As soon as Hi-Fi Rush came out, it justified a sequel. I don't know what IGN's on about. On this one specifically, I can't even like defend them. Stanley Francois, como ça va? Welcome in, bruv. Amethy, this for me is the clear Microsoftification of Xbox. This is when we see evidence that Microsoft have their mitts deep into Xbox. People thought that Satya Nadella and whoever else approved all these extra investments into Xbox, they thought it was just going to be, oh, Phil, here's this money, but we don't have any ideas about what you need to do. This is proof that that's not what happened. What happened was they were like, here's this money, but now you're not going to operate the way PlayStation does. You're not going to operate the way Nintendo does. You're not going to operate the way other console makers have operated like forever. You're going to operate as if this is just Microsoft. And Microsoft does not care about platforms. Microsoft cares literally just about access. And that's all it's about. They don't care if you're gonna buy Halo on Nintendo or if you're gonna buy it on Xbox. My personal Michael Jordan stretch in Space Jam take, which I have no sources for, but I'm just stretching because I'm looking at what Microsoft has done in the past in terms of their behavior with the original stuff. These guys don't care about who gets access to what, as long as they make the most, they get the most bang for their buck. And they don't want Xbox to be great in gaming. They want all of gaming, the same way they want all of the land on the planet. Fun fact, Microsoft owns the most actual land on the planet in terms of companies, right? These guys are buying up every little company. No, it's Microsoft.
Wow.
McDonald's might have the most farmland. I'm talking about just land. Just land. These guys are buying everything they can. So it's not just gaming. These guys, they don't care about who gets access to what, as long as they get everyone to pay for as much as they can to them. So whether you're paying it PlayStation, but then the money trickles all the way back to Microsoft, or whether you're playing straight to Xbox and then it goes to Microsoft, they don't care. So that's why, me personally, I think this is just them putting out feelers to see what the reaction is. And they don't care. I don't think Microsoft will be stressed at all about, oh, we have to shut down Xbox because we put a bunch of exclusives on PlayStation and Nintendo. Now everyone has abandoned Xbox, but they're still buying the games. They'll be like, dude, I don't care. Are we still dominating? If Microsoft becomes like the dominant game publisher, they don't care. As long as they're dominating, that's all they care about. Let me get to the super chat. Thank you so much, John TJ, for the $5 super chat. Since Halo Infinite is free to play, put the multiplayer on PlayStation, but keep the story on Xbox and Game Pass. See, that, Ron TJ, I 100% agree with you. That is the move to make, right? But like I said previously, I don't think Microsoft are operating or looking at Xbox to behave the way all the other gaming companies behave, because they're just looking at it from a market capitalization sort of situation. And as far as market cap is concerned, you want to get your games everywhere. Thank you, Yobi. Yes, the British royal family does own the most land, but they're not a company. I was talking about companies. Oh Lord, Apple still has a bigger bank. Amity. Am I spitting crazy talking about Microsoft not caring and they're just gonna go 100% and give everything out?
I don't think they're gonna go 100% and just give everything out. No. I still think that they're gonna want a reason to pull you into their ecosystem some way, somehow, in some shape. Yeah.
All right. What would you? So my question, I put a poll up actually on Twitter about this. What would you do, Ham, if Microsoft announced, like, okay, guys, starting tomorrow, everything is everywhere? What's your first move?
I guess my first move would be to ask a question, if possible, and that would be, is there going to be another console from Xbox?
If yes, there's still another console.
Oh, if there's another console, I don't care.
Okay, you're still getting the next Xbox console.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's where most of the stuff that I own is, and that's like the like I just understand that software and stuff like that, and that's where all my points are. That's where all my games are. That's just like my portfolio is mostly on Xbox, right?
On Xbox.
Now,
yeah.
Keep in mind, I would then enjoy some of the games that I enjoyed already on Xbox on another platform. I would do that. I'd be able to play more things on the PC. That'd be great and whatnot. But I just don't see that happening. I don't see that. If they announced that it was happening, like, I'm not gonna throw a fit. Like, what am I gonna tell a multi-trillion-dollar company to do? Stop it, reverse it. Like it's like after it happens, and if it does happen, or in your case, you say when it does happen, I mean, what am I gonna do? I could throw a fit if I want to, but in all actuality, I want to know, as long as there's more consoles and more games being brought out, then who am I to freak out? Like, my hobby is safe. See what I'm
Monk
saying?
Bloody has. Yeah,
I got
I
into
got you.
this
I got you.
being a gamer. I didn't get into this riding on the coats of Sega must stay alive, or else I would have quit gaming back in the early 2000s, because Sega is what got me into
Man.
gaming heavy. So
Oof.
if I was only a Sega ride or die, like I rode and I died with Sega, right? But then I re-arised with PlayStation, and then I put
Re-rise.
PlayStation to the side and got onto Xbox. And I mean, actually, I said that
Ham.
wrong. I was riding with
Yes.
Sega, then I rode with Nintendo for a short bit,
Then you
then
went straight to
PlayStation, then
Xbox. Don't
Xbox.
lie. No,
What?
you went straight to Xbox. Did you ride
No,
with PlayStation?
no, I
Come on.
really didn't. No, of course. I was there for the launch of Grand Theft Auto 3. That was not on Xbox, sir.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So my
Like,
question.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh
Lucibel
my
Black,
God,
all
super
that stuff.
chats.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Super chats are definitely coming in. Jeez. All right, Ham. Okay, try and be brief here. Monk Bloody's theory about Xbox getting something back. Me personally, one of the reasons why I don't want to believe that Nintendo is going to cede something to Xbox, right? Because, all right, it's a bit of a cope when I say what I say, that I think Xbox are going to give it up with nothing. Just give it up to Nintendo, give it up to PlayStation, because the flip side of it is terrifying. The flip side of it is Xbox is actually getting something in return from Nintendo. If that happens, that means ties are being made, actual partnerships. I'm not talking the cute meme about Doom Guy and what is the game on Nintendo? What's it called? That Cozy likes. Damn it, something Island, whatever. They both came
Animal
out at the same
Crossing?
time. Animal Crossing, yes. Those are cute little collaborations. But
Yeah, the
if
cozy
something
games.
happens, something solid happens in terms of quid pro quo, where Microsoft's like, here's Hi-Fi Rush, and then Nintendo's like, here's a banger game. I don't know what, right? Like, for example, I don't know, whichever Nintendo game, right? If that happens, if that exchange happens, that would be even more terrifying for me, because that means that Microsoft are playing the actual console game, and then we're all at risk. Now everything's possible. Now Microsoft can have a whole bunch of Nintendo games, and no one wants that, because once they get a taste for it, they'll see the numbers. They'll see the amount of people that will buy into the whole Microsoft, or you can buy Nintendo games on Xbox, and then they'll want to do it again and again and again and again, and smash that button all the way until the point where they buy Nintendo. I don't want to see that. What's your take, real quick, on Monk Bloody's point of Microsoft? They're not just going to give it up. They're leaving with something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, no company out here is giving up anything and just saying, that's fine. No one's doing that. So, I mean, there's definitely give or take in my opinion, and this has kind of always been my opinion, no matter what I post on Twitter, joking or seeing all these console wars stuff go on and whatnot. My opinion's always been these people work together and they laugh at us in the background.
Fact.
Right? So, like, just yesterday on the CES show, you literally see Microsoft working with Sony and working with Honda on a car. They're already working together in all different types of ways. We just don't see it all the time. So we're just thinking that these guys are bitter enemies. They could be rivals, and sure, they compete in some of the same areas. But when they see a money-making opportunity and A needs B to cross with C,
let's go.
They're going to utilize all three of those together, and they're going to profit. They're going to get together and do something. And then on top of it, it keeps them from being looked at as monopolizing or something, because then they're working together.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
Exactly. So these companies know what they're doing. They're taking their
All right.
time and like I'm sure some management between the companies of them all butt heads, right? But at the end of the day, the business does not have a heart. The business does not have a soul.
Nope.
It is just doing what it needs to survive and thrive.
And thrive.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, none of this whole arguing, us being mad about this or that or a third, if they can see a way to still survive and thrive at the same time, they're going to take that opportunity.
Yeah.
I may not like some things, but at the end of the day, I'm putting pennies in their wallet compared to the money that they're looking for.
Yeah. Dron TJ with the super chat says multiplayer should be everywhere like COD Warzone, but make the story on Xbox and Game Pass. I 100% agree with that sentiment.
I don't mind that either. I mean, because like, and that's why I said that thing about Hellblade earlier as well, right? Because it's a single player game. Wouldn't really make too much sense to put something of that high a caliber everywhere. Make people come to your platform and play it. And, same with, maybe The Last of Us would have survived if it was going everywhere. Maybe they could have purchased a separate team or something like that if they had plans on bringing it everywhere instead of, well, we have to stay in this consolidated box right here and just hope that it hits. Right? So, I mean, I kind of see that. How do you think a game like Fortnite hits as hard as it does? Apex hits as hard as it does? Because they're everywhere. They're everywhere to be played, and they're tailored around the type of people that like to play those games, which happen to be a lot. Warzone as well.
Yeah.
And now those things are what they weren't last generation. And what I mean by that is now you can play versus a PC player, an Xbox player, and a PlayStation player simultaneously.
Yeah.
So the numbers are always high. It's always fast to find a game.
Yep. Sir X-Man with another super chat, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Sir X-Man. You and IGN are being fooled. Microsoft, I'm guessing you meant to say by Microsoft. Xbox and Nintendo are trying to bury PlayStation for all your past practices. They're not giving Sony anything. Sony started this war. Let the Xbox king rise. Bro, I was with you. I was with you right up until the end, Sir X-Man. What the hell is that? Let the Xbox king rise. Xbox now has a gender. Is that what's happening? Lord. Ham, go ahead on this super chat.
I mean, I just don't know what to say about that.
Sir X-Men be messy though.
He is mega messy. I don't think PlayStation. I think people think PlayStation are far worse than they actually are. Are they slow right now? Did they kind of get embarrassed last year? Are the optics a little? Are they a little bit more foggier than Loke's cam right now?
God damn it, Ham.
Are the optics a little foggy?
All right.
Yes, yes, they are.
It's not foggy.
But I'm joking. But but what I'm trying to say is there was a time where Ford looked rough. There was a time where other big businesses around the world that served people regularly. There's a time where Apple looked rough.
Lamborghini looked rough.
Talk about it.
It was
so I'm just saying, like,
tight.
just because something looks rough doesn't mean that they're out of the fight. They just really
Disney's
got
out.
their ass whooped
I'm
that
sorry.
round.
I'm sorry. Disney is fucking out. Disney is going straight to the drain. You know
Yeah, you
what?
keep saying
Disney is the drain. That's that's what I'm saying. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. You let me know after we're
Yeah.
frozen, cryopotted for, another 3-4 centuries. Then you can say, finally it happened. Disney's
Wait,
gone.
you're telling me you think Disney's still gonna be here, or still gonna have the same footprint in like 10 years?
Absolutely.
You are out of your mind.
Absolutely.
Unless they change direction, which they won't.
Oh, they
Disney's
will.
cooked. Nah. They're gonna keep going. They're gonna triple, quadruple,
We'll see.
quintuple all the way down.
We'll see.
But yeah, go ahead. Finish your point on the whole super chat thing.
To me, it's like, I don't know. I think that certain companies, they have to like fail, in my opinion, for them to like be. When's the last big business that you remember
That closed.
the size of like Disney or a Sony or something like that just shutting the doors?
But they don't shut the doors anymore. What they do is they do what Sega did. They shut the door without shutting the door. They'll stop producing on this end and pivot to something else. You get me? So Marvel, for example, they used to release their own movies before Disney bought the rights to make the movies. They essentially shuttered their doors. Marvel essentially shuttered their doors in the 90s. But they didn't shutter their doors. What they did was they sold the rights to making for movies to Disney. Do you get me? Do you understand? The world has changed in terms of IP. It's not about, oh, we're done, so what we're going to do is disappear into like the background. That's not what happens. What happens is we now pass on the responsibility of whatever it is that we have failed to do on to someone else. So Xbox in this situation would pass on the responsibility of making hardware onto Nintendo, onto PlayStation and PC.
Okay. So you're just
You get
saying
me?
they're not going to be as responsible for their own stuff.
Yeah.
But
Because
they'll
let's
still
not
have their
forget
name tatted
everyone.
on it.
Yeah. But let's not forget, because everyone sells at a loss except for Nintendo. Nintendo is the only one that makes a console and makes a profit off of the sale of said console. Everyone else sells their console at a loss. And again, if we're talking about Microsoft and we have to follow the money, Microsoft's going to be looking at it and being like, you know what, we're losing all this money and we're not making that much inroads in terms of our install base. Fuck it. Let's stop losing money on consoles and hardware, and let's start making bank on just software, which is how we even became the world's richest company, just software. It's an idea, but to Sir X-Man's point, until Microsoft makes it clear about how they're going to treat exclusives, they definitely they're definitely how can I put this? They're definitely using the whole social media space to get their name out there, because now all everyone talks about is Microsoft and Xbox ever since Blade.
So with
that's
you
all we ever talk
saying
about.
that, with you saying that right there, why
What?
why would Microsoft want to calm people down?
Why would they want to calm
Can you
people
answer me that real quick? Like let me
There's
finish real
no
quick. And
motivation. Go ahead.
let me finish real quick and I'll let you just kind of just go. But like, seeing that they're constantly kind of being talked about, where is this game going to go? How about like how should I be prepared for this? And we know dang well that this stuff is like months, if not years,
Definitely.
before they come out and whatnot. So then you allow yourself this large window of just people either worried or expecting it to be one place and it possibly couldn't. But all you know is that it's coming to Xbox. That's all you know is it's coming to Xbox. If you have an Xbox, you don't have to worry. But if you have something else, you're sitting on the edge of your seat and you're like, is that coming or no? Is that coming? So it's just like, why exactly would they feel like they need to come out and tell you
And be clear.
what's going where unless it's like a few months before to then let the customer prepare themselves? So like we seen Avowed was supposedly coming out sometime soon or something, right? It just said soon. And it said to Xbox Series S and X and PC. And then it's just like that one's good to go. That one's not going anywhere to our knowledge as of right now at all, right? That's only going to be on Xbox. So you got to get an Xbox to play that game. But now we're thinking about Indiana Jones and we're like, oh man, we got to wait until the developer direct to know where that's going. So then it got people talking about that, right? And it's just like, why would you want to shut that faucet off and just quiet
because of
everybody?
value.
Sure,
because of value, but
you
this,
could say that.
But this is a generational problem. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
You can say because of value, sure, but the value that me and you have for something is different than the value that Xbox perceives they can get from holding off.
Yes,
because they think the value could be us just not saying anything, and then once you figure out where it is, your panties are in a bunch now, and you need to play it on the cloud, or go get you a cheap Series S or something like that. Like I feel like that's the purpose behind a lot of this stuff. And if it wasn't the purpose, this would have been quieted months ago. This type of stuff would have been shut down a while back.
I think this is like a social experiment that is having two different effects for different demographics within gaming. For people like you and me, right, this is a big negative because we're from the previous generation where it's like you need clarity, you need value. Because to Vincent's point here, as long as you game it, don't matter where you do it. It actually does. For people like us, you know why? Because most people cannot afford both consoles. Even less people can afford all three consoles. So what exclusivity does, it tells you what you can look forward to with the purchase of said console. So when Xbox is unclear about what's exclusive or what's not exclusive, they lose a lot of people from our side, the older generation, because then it's like, okay, so if this is eventually just going to go to the Switch or to the PlayStation has more value because I will get Xbox games and PlayStation games. So I'll just pay for the PlayStation. And if I have to wait a little longer, is it really waiting if I'm still playing a whole bunch of PlayStation games? Is it really waiting, right? The financial component comes into play. But then on the flip side, you have the newer generation, the kids, the TikTok generation with their 30-second attention spans. You need to always be in the conversation cycle. And what's happening right now with Xbox and Hi-Fi Rush, and even the strategy that I initially presented for why they didn't say anything with Blade, is to keep everyone talking about them, to keep them in the conversation, to keep them on Reddit, keep them on Twitter, etc., etc. So when it does come out, it has a higher chance to pop. It's high risk, and that's my take of what's probably happening. It's just an experiment or social engineering to try and maximize their footprint as far as what people are talking about, because what people talk about is what people engage with, and when people engage, there's money there, right? Welcome in the Black John says, I'll just jump to PC. I think I'll probably just do that. Actually, but this was even before this whole announcement thing came or happened. I think I'm thinking just going full PC because it's not consistent enough with all the other platforms. Welcome in Venomous Viper, Live Supremacy. Welcome in Void Lock. They didn't create problems with ABK like Sony and Microsoft said it would put COD and other games on Nintendo. Is this because Nintendo was one of the first ones to jump on the bandwagon with the acquisition of ABK?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm saying, do you think that this is like a consequence or one of the consequences of Nintendo being one of the first ones to say that they're 100% okay with the acquisition of ABK?
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure that didn't hurt it at all. So it was just like, I mean, keep in mind, recently they've already worked with. I mean, they've been working with Nintendo for a while, but like as of recently, they had Skyrim come out for Nintendo. Remember how Microsoft Bethesda worked with them to port that over, and then then they're very helpful with them in the case in providing as to why this was good to have the merger and stuff like that. So it's just like, kind of, I don't know, keeping your friends close, enemies closer kind of thing, possibly.
Possibly. Monk Blood says my camera is foggy. All right. I'll sort it out for both setting on Friday. Sir X-Man with another super chat. Dude, you're the MVP. Thank you so much, Sir X-Man. Sony tries to bury everybody. It's payback. This guy has a problem.
For real.
He has a problem with Sony. Wow. Okay.
For real.
He also says Hi-Fi Rush is the perfect game for Nintendo Switch. 100% agreed. Like when they first announced Hi-Fi Rush, didn't we say something to the effect like, "Yo, this game would be perfect on Hi-Fi Rush"? Didn't we say something like
that? Probably something along that line. I mean, a lot of people said that. To be honest, we better get moving on, man. You ain't getting through these dang topics, man. We on topic 2.
Dude, it's lots of super chats. It's not. It's rough. Big Mad Mo says he said, "Well, bunch of PlayStation games." Log 7, good joke. Listen. 2023 was an aberration. All right, Sony is back this year. I promise you. Just hold on. Give them another week, another month. Hi-Fi, another super chat from Sir X-Man. Thank you so much. Hi-Fi Rush, only $30. It will sell on Nintendo. Even if it was 60, bro. Even if it was 60. All right. Let's move on from the developer direct. Now, Xbox oh, sorry, we finished with the Hi-Fi Rush. Now, this is a topic I think, Ham, you're gonna love. Your beloved Sega is coming back. Hey, welcome in Dark Lord Alu.
Yeah.
The first time I'm reading that name, but okay. Handheld Sega games. This is from VGC News. Handheld Sega Genesis Mega Drive that plays original cartridges announced. So the Mega 95 from Hyperkin is an entirely portable system that will support all officially released cartridges for Sega systems. According to The Verge, the machine is based on the currently existing Mega Retro N HD gaming console from Hyperkin, which is also compatible with Sega Mega Drive The Mega Drive 95 will also come with a Nintendo Switch-like dock, which will allow players to plug the machine into the television and connect, wow, that's nice, additional controllers. The machine can toggle between 16:9 and 4:3 aspect ratio and comes. There's a D missing here. Come on, guys, Verge. Someone needs to proofread this stuff before publishing. And comes with a 5-inch display. The Mega 95 is claimed to have a battery life of around 10 hours from a full charge. A release date or price information for the Mega 95 is yet to be confirmed by Hyperkin. The company currently sells several machines that emulate classic consoles, including portable Super NES, Super Famicom machine that retails for, $120. Sega Mega Drive was Sega's 16-bit system, blah, blah, blah. It's best known for, it would later, all right, fine. So we don't have a release date. We don't have pricing. Ham, what are your thoughts on this system, the Mega 95?
This has been made before by Sega themselves.
Has it?
Yes, it's this right here. It's the Sega Nomad.
This is better.
I mean, the Sega Nomad is super old. It's been around for quite some time.
Now show us the image of the Mega 95. Come on, it's not even comparable.
I mean, it's the same thing, but what the hell is going on here? Okay, there we go. It's the same thing, but obviously this one's much newer. And no, I went back to the other one because that's what this thing is pretty much based off of.
Yes.
Right? Because the Nomad was a portable Genesis. That thing was hella dope. I had one before. This thing that Hyperkin's bringing us is a bigger, prettier screen. The button layout looks better. The start and select mode are on two different sides, which is interesting. It has sound coming in from two different sides instead of just one singular side. And I'm assuming there's no batteries in this thing, right? I'm curious as to what the battery life is for something like this. I can 10 imagine.
Hours, bro.
Is it 10 hours? You said it was 10 hours? Okay. 10 hours. Yeah, I mean, that's way better than the Nomad could ever give you. I'm talking about the Nomad was like an hour, maybe. So so this right here is hella dope. For somebody like myself, this is a no-brainer. This
Especially
is dope.
if the pricing is concurrent with the Super NES, which is like about $120.
Yeah, they have the Super NES version as well. Yeah.
I will not be getting this.
I like it.
I will not be getting this because I don't have access to any Sega cartridges, and even if I tried to get them, we don't have a market for that here. So enjoy, Ham. Enjoy. Sir X-Man with another super chat. You are the real MVP, Sir X-Man. Says Loke sounds so IGN and pony today. Get him, Ham. Dude, that is the biggest. Those are the okay, no, not those, but that is the biggest compliment you can pay me today. I know you meant it as an insult, but saying that I sound like IGN, dude, I'm feeling myself right now. Thank you so much.
I want to thank all of you.
Really appreciate you
for your unwavering support for PlayStation.
As for the pony part, just leave me out of that, man. Just leave me out of that. Jason Portillo, welcome in.
Somebody should do a super chat for him to nay.
No, Ham. Why would you give ideas? Stop it. All right, let's move on before someone gets any ideas. MSI Claw officially announced new handheld gaming PC will compete with the Steam Deck. After a tease on Instagram last week, MSI has officially announced the Claw, a portable gaming PC looking to join a growing market that includes the Steam Deck and many others. As part of its CES 2024 announcements, MSI shared more info than just the name. and images of the claw. An Intel Meteor Lake processor powers this new handheld gaming PC, which is an interesting choice given, aside from Aya Neo, other handheld gaming PCs on the market like the aforementioned Steam Deck, Asus ROG Ally, and Lenovo Legion Go all use AMD CPUs in its devices. Another interesting thing to note is the MSI Claw features a 7-inch FHD IPS display with a 120 Hz refresh, making it the same length as the Asus ROG Ally display. Unironically, the Claw looks similar to the Asus. Oh my goodness. You missed the other S, IGN. It's Asus, not SU. ROG Ally, with a few differences aside from the obvious difference in color variant. Most notably, the MSI Claw's A, B, X, and Y buttons are blue. Okay, so definitely leaning towards the Xbox layout here. Hamothy, I don't even know what half these specs mean about like the Intel Meteor Lake processor or whatever. You are more on the technical side here. What are your thoughts on this handheld?
So I'm sorry. I was trying to get this article pulled up because it was just not acting right. But anyways, so what were the specs on this? Because I had to do all that crap in the background.
Intel Meteor Lake processor powers the handheld, 120 Hertz refresh, 7-inch
Nice.
FHD IPS display, etc.
Okay, that's
So
interesting because we've yet to see Intel come out and, make a processor for a handheld that I know of personally. I mean, Mr. Joanna Dark is more of the handheld fanatic on that, but I mean,
yeah,
they're using like all like Intel's parts to be able to be able to get this thing together. And from what I hear, because I'm not crazy, I don't know all this crazy information and stuff like that, but from what I hear, a lot of Intel stuff doesn't get the best updates or have the best long-term support. So it's really interesting to see that they're coming out with this and they're so tied closely together to that. But I mean, I'm wondering what this thing is going to cost. Was there a price yet for it?
no. MSI
No.
Claw is targeting a first half of 24 release window, but no price.
It's just gonna be something that we're gonna have to kind of sit back and wait to see, because this tells us some interesting information, but I mean that's it. It's just kind of just an interesting little piece of flair.
Yeah, it's missing the most important component, which is the price. Mr. Johnny Dark says the CPU is nice, but not sure how that battery will hold up despite 53 watts. Yeah. Send Joanna Dark an invite and let him explain it to you. Mr. Joanna Dark, Joanna, come on the show real quick for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, explain what it means. Sir X-Man and then super chat. He then super chatted that because he assumed we weren't going to read it. This is not Reforge Gaming, bro. This is TSWS Gaming. All right. We do read interesting comments regardless of whether they're super chats or they're from members, etc., etc. Also, Dark Lord Alu, thank you so much. We appreciate the support. Sapo says their motherboards are trash. Damn. Okay. Mr. Johnny Dark. Okay, here we go. It's using Intel CPU and will have a Intel Arc GPU. On paper, it looks good, but driver support will determine if this flops. All right. And this is another thing that left me like with PC gaming kind of shaky before, because all this stuff about drivers and whatever, I didn't want to manage all of that. But now our consoles are constantly getting updates. So I was like, you know what? If I can handle this, I can handle whatever's on PC. There's been Intel-based handheld PCs. They just haven't been good due to driver support. All right.
So there you
So
go.
now we just have to see the price. Yeah. Now we just have to see.
I didn't know that
price.
there was previous ones, but I did. But like I said, I did know that the support
What
hasn't
is
been
that?
bad.
The price, Mr.
That's
Jared?
I'm sure that's the assumed price.
Yeah, because on the article there's no price. Yeah, I think people are probably just guessing about that one. Timmy, welcome in, Timmy. So X-Man says he doesn't trust me. It's cool. It's cool. All right, let's move on. Sony shows Gravity Rush movie updates on God of War and Horizon shows. Ham, before I even get into the topic, do you want to discuss the movie or updates on God of War, right, or Horizon, or do you want to move on to the next topic?
I mean, I really don't know what to say about it. I mean, that's cool that they're coming out with movies for this stuff. But until I see a trailer, I really don't have a whole lot to say about it, if that makes sense.
All right, so let's just skip it and move on. Unity Software laying off 25% of staff amid company reset. So everyone already knows the whole story here with Unity, right? They decided to start gouging devs. A whole lot of people got pissed off. The company stocks took a nosedive. They fired a couple of execs. They kept losing value, and now here we are. Here we go. Let me read the article. Unity Software is laying off roughly 25% of its staff in another major shakeup to one of the largest game engine developers in the industry, whose technology powers games like Genshin Impact and Hollow Knight, Silksong. Unity announced the layoffs in a regulatory filing, an internal company memo on Monday. Dude, getting fired on a memo. Damn. According to a Reuters report, a company spokesperson told Reuters that the cuts will affect all teams, regions, and areas of the business and will result in the loss of around 1,800 jobs. Here's the official quote. We are reducing the number of things we are doing in order to focus on our core business and drive our long-term success and profitability, interim CEO Jim Whitehurst reportedly wrote in a company memo. Unity sent the following statement to IGN. Today, as a part of our company reset outlined in our shareholder letter on November 9th, 2023, we announced that Unity has made the difficult decision to implement a workforce reduction targeting approximately 25% of our total workforce across all teams. This decision was not taken lightly, and we extend our deepest gratitude to those affected for their dedication and contributions. We are committed to supporting impacted employees through this challenging transition. We appreciate the understanding and support of our community and stakeholders as we navigate these changes together. It's not together, is it? Right? When you fire people, we're not together anyway. Hamothy, what are your thoughts on this company reset?
It's rough. It's rough to see. You see them trying to mitigate it last year with that whole terrible idea that they had for charging people for downloading the game. The people that are
Charging
using the engine
per download.
Yeah. So they clearly needed to reevaluate that, and with reevaluating that, they had their excuse to say, we tried to save your guys' jobs by having that idea come out, but that didn't pan out so well. So now the excuse to fire people, in my opinion, to them felt valid, right? And
Yep.
I'm sure in some areas it was valid, because I don't know, big businesses do this all the time. They always have layoffs and stuff like that. And I see Sir X Fan says $2 super chat says, wow, everyone laying off except Xbox this year. And don't forget, Sir X-Man, Xbox did a ton of layoffs last year. They did a
You're talking
ton
about
of
this
layoffs
year.
and
You're talking
that does
about this
not
year.
mean that won't happen this year, right?
There you go.
So I
There you
mean,
go.
usually I feel like people's jobs aren't really safe at the beginning of the year until they have that like meeting, that big meeting that they do every year. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. But look, you know what I'm talking about, that meeting that they do where they have to like show their numbers and all that stuff, growth and where they fell short at, where they did great at.
Everyone's heads on the chopping block until
Exactly. So
after.
I wouldn't go as far to say that, oh, look at everybody else, Microsoft isn't doing it. I feel that, in fact, I feel like last year when they laid people off, it was a little bit after the direct happened that we started to hear about 343 and other companies within the Xbox Microsoft umbrella being let off. So I mean, anything could happen. But I'm not too surprised to see Unity take such drastic measure after having that horrible idea that they had to try to get money. I mean, obviously, if they're doing that, if they thought that was somehow, some way a brilliant idea, if they thought that was a brilliant idea, I mean, you look at somebody that used to sell lemonade for $1, and then you come back a couple weeks later and they trying to sell it for $5. You looking at that person like, he must be on a hard time.
Yeah. I would have liked to be in the meeting when they were spitballing ideas, and then that was the best idea. I want to hear like what was left on the cutting room floor. What else was presented as a possible solution? It must have been terrible. Sapo, welcome in. Sapo says Microsoft should buy them. Ham, thoughts?
I don't think so. We already have one engine that we don't know what to do with. Slip space.
Yeah. Oh, Richie, this is chef's kiss. It's the meme, right? Of many may not be with us anymore. The Shrek meme, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. It's like they're suffering, but really not. It's not the company that's suffering. It's the employees, but they're making it out to be like, oh, poor us. All right. Yeah, it's a shareholder meeting. True. Shareholder meeting. Yes, Mr. Inferno, that's a good point. Lulu is leaving, but that was last year. That was announced last year. Anyway, let's move on. Hogwarts Legacy sold 22 million copies in 2023. Warner Bros. Teases more Harry Potter games. First off, before I even get into this, Ham, are you interested in more Harry Potter, or do you think Hogwarts Legacy is good for now?
No, I think they should do. I mean, this clearly worked for their benefit and whatnot. Sure, it didn't get the praise I think that it deserved, but you know what people care about at the end of the day, right, Loke? So yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't want to try to. Well, I was just thinking more or less money, right?
Yeah.
So so that's all these people care about, right? And they just did. Oh something,
the companies. Yes.
Yeah. They just did something epic with this Hogwarts Legacy. I mean, I would tell them to be careful, but definitely go for it. But be careful. So my whole thing on be careful is remember that people bought this because of not only it being within that world, but also the wow factor behind it, right? Like, who is this studio? Never heard of them. this game has never been this particular IP has never been used like this and whatnot. Well, now that's gone, right? So how are you gonna re-advertise and put this back up there to be a sequel or something of that nature and be able to have it be monetized and um as pretty looking and unbelievable as the last? So that's why I say go for it, but good luck on chasing the same whimsical feeling that you gave people the first time.
Yeah. And man, I think this is heartless to say, but Ham, if I was the one in charge, I'm making a sequel. I don't care how you guys feel. I don't care if I'm not going to get invited to any video game award shows. I don't care if I'm not going to get nice puff pieces written by IGN. I don't care. I don't care. People want the product. I'm going to make it. I don't care about the political ramifications if I'm the one making the game, because it's about making the game and it's about making the money. It's not about appeasing people that won't even buy the game. Because if the people that would buy the game were that plentiful, it wouldn't have sold 22 million copies. Sir X-Man, thank you so much for another super chat. It says, me and Viper should make a messy show for Xbox. Are you talking about next week, Thursday? Oh my goodness. It's going to be unpleasant. I guess we might have some guests, Ham. 4GQ, the hat's for you, bro. Cheers. Have a good one. All right, let's move on. Hogwarts Legacy, done. Next, Ham, this one I specifically put in because I don't understand anything about this. NVIDIA RTX 40 Super Series announced. Ham, what does this even mean? These specs has 20% more cores, processing, and I don't understand any of this. Is this thing like the second coming or what?
It's just the stronger versions of the cards that came out, a more refined and unleashed version of the cards that came out last year. It's impressive, but the nice thing that happens when these come out is usually it helps drop the prices of the other cards down.
Yeah.
So then it makes it more affordable for other people to kind of get into those. But I mean, these are the 40 series has been pretty hot. It's been pretty good. I'd say 4070 on up has been really good. 4060 is kind of confusing sometimes for people. But yeah, I mean, this seems like a pretty good deal. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than it's just they're good cards, good graphics cards. Great.
Okay. Rachie says, creative freedom. I will make a game where Shaka, so Shaka Zulu, is white with blue eyes. That's off to you, bruv. I will not be buying that game. I won't be buying it. But hey, if you want to make it, if people want to, hey man, go ahead. Mr. Inferno, have a good one, man. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Next we have PlayStation says a record 123 123 million users used its consoles in December. So December 2023. The record figure follows news last month that PlayStation 5 sales have surpassed 50 million units sold worldwide. The console reached the sales milestone on December 9th, 2023, a little November 2020. PS4 hit 50 million sales after 160 weeks, which is one week faster than the PS5 managed, although the last gen system didn't face the same COVID-related supply issues that have checked the current console's momentum. Hamathy, what are your thoughts on 123 million monthly active users?
I think that's impressive. To be honest, I mean, I know a lot of it, and I've heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, a lot of these are PS4s and stuff like that." Of course they are. Of course they are, because there's not 123 million PS5s. So like, duh. But like, I mean,
but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a bad thing. That's still a lot of people engaging with your platform and finding worth in turning on that console and being able to play it. So like, I don't knock anybody for playing on their older console or playing on the PS5. It's whatever. I think this is a pretty amazing record for them to have. Excuse me. And it just kind of goes to show, in my opinion, that and like I said earlier, I mean, I'm an Xbox guy, flat out. But like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like PlayStation is just completely dead in the water. They're not. This shows that people still care about it. People are still playing on it. People are still waiting on games for it. It's just not as attractive right now in the sense of like roadmap, right?
Yeah.
But it's still plenty attractive for people to kick on and still want to play. So I just feel like people saying PlayStation is dead, maybe slow down a little bit. PlayStation's having a bad year, or PlayStation had a bad year, I can get behind that.
Yeah. Dude, for me, it stops with the whole Dorian, like the comment that Dorian made here: 123 million users and no damn games. I think
That's what
that
everybody
just
was
speaks
saying
to
about Xbox, right? Look at all these people. Look at all these people playing Xbox and they ain't got no games. They said that. Just like, what was it, 2021, 2022, stuff like that. People were saying that.
Yeah. But I think for PlayStation, it's just more evidence that people don't buy PlayStations for PlayStation games. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. People buy PlayStations for FIFA, for COD, and it's not just my opinion. Just go back to the FTC. The documents that we saw, the top 10 charted games on PlayStation for the past 10 years, and there's like 2 or 3 PlayStation games. The rest,
I think they buy it with the intent to get PlayStation games, but a lot of people don't realize that that PlayStation game is really third party. It's not a PlayStation.
Yeah, because PlayStation is very good with how they market their games. There's a lot of games that come out on all platforms or also come out on Xbox, but the way PlayStation markets it, a lot of people assume that, oh, this is only on PlayStation. You know what I mean? So there's that. Oh, Cozy Beluga's in here. Welcome in, Cozy. Welcome in. Let's move on. Good on PlayStation. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you. 2024 PlayStation is gonna release at least 4 bangers. Watch. Moving on. Former Activision exec accuses company of discriminating against old white guys. Okay.
Don't you dare
As
pass
reported,
me this subject, because I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, go ahead and read it. Maybe give me some background so then I can have a thought for it, because I read the title.
As reported by Law 360, a lawsuit has.
Oh man. Uh-oh, did Loke freeze? Uh-oh, it looks like Loke froze. This article ain't no damn good, and he knows goddamn
Made
well it is. You were
what?
just froze right there for a hot minute, and you know damn well it's because of this article. Stupid.
It's stupid. Dude, it's a lawsuit. This is not just an accusation, right? It's an actual lawsuit that has been filed. This is happening, right? The argument includes statements allegedly made by outgoing Activision Blizzard boss Bobby Kotick during a leadership conference wherein he said that there are too many old white guys at the company. Elsewhere in the suit, it alleges that following these comments, two execs at the company departed, citing Kotick's ageist comments. When leaving the company, one of these execs recommended the plaintiff as their replacement. However, the suit alleges that the plaintiff was overlooked in favor of a younger man. The lawsuit also alleges that a woman in the plaintiff's department filed a complaint with Human Resources, citing her own experiences with the company's alleged discriminatory action based on age. The plaintiff accuses Activision Blizzard of failing to protect plaintiff from the discriminatory and defamatory accusations. Plaintiff asked for checks and balances and made clear that plaintiff was the first person to sound an alarm that a larger issue might be brewing. The plaintiff is seeking damages to make up for this loss of earnings and to compensate for the negative impact on his career advancement, as well as reparations for reputational damage, emotional distress, wrongful termination, and legal costs. Ham, with that that context added, do you now have a thought?
Tough break, motherfucker. Welcome
What?
Yep. Welcome to How It Feels. Welcome
What?
to How It Feels. That is what I got to say about that. I'm like, oh, you feel marginalized. How about how does and I'm not saying this person deserved it. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But sometimes when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, the irony.
Yeah.
The irony. That's all I gotta say, brother.
Ham, I was taught empathy. And that's why when you said what you said, I was like, what? Because for me, I'm not looking at the specific demographic of old white guys, which is ironic. I will not disagree with you on that one. But specifically for me, I was taught that discrimination is discrimination.
No, it is.
No matter,
it 100%
no matter who it's against. That's why when they started race swapping white dudes or white characters, I was like, this is a problem. Because it wouldn't be cool if they did it to us. So why is it okay if we're doing it to them? That is a form of discrimination right there, right? So if I'm going to be 100% to myself and to my ideals, this sucks, man. Like it's kind of funny, but it's messed up. It's messed up, and it sucks to see. It sucks to see. Even with Bobby Kotick leaving, and I'm not like a super Xbox guy, but even with Kotick leaving, ActiBliz still can't catch a break. They're still dealing with his rubbish. This dude is in another state, but Xbox is still dealing with whatever is in the plumbing at Activision. That really sucks. Loke is definitely a good politician kissing baby next. I'm not kissing babies. I'm just I'm just saying it sucks. It really does. Discrimination, dude, whether it's against white people, black people, men, women, it doesn't matter. Tall people, short people, whatever. Discrimination is bad. And we shouldn't be looking at it and be like, guys, they're discriminating against white guys, so it's fine. I think it's, oh my God, I'm sure someone's going to clip this and it's going to sound terrible. I think it's acceptable for us to have a little laugh about it, right? Because of the historical context around it. But overall, we should agree that this is a bad thing. And no, I won't be kissing babies. Loki's starting to look sharper as the show goes on. It's like Marty's photo in Back to the Future. Lord have mercy. My camera was blurry. Now it's not blurry anymore. What?
Now the fade is gone.
Okay. Keep going, Ham. Keep going. Just tell him welcome to the club. Big Mad Mo. You always mad, bro. Jeez. Tell him welcome to the club. Like, true. Yes, welcome to the club. But damn, dog. Damn. All right, let's move on. Netflix. Seriously, sometimes companies need to know how to take a dub, right? Just take a dub and keep going. Don't take a dub and then shoot yourself in the foot for good measure. Netflix is doing that already. Netflix is reportedly exploring adding in-game ads to its gaming service. So according to a report in the Wall Street Journal, top Netflix bosses have had discussions about the possibility of integrating advertisements into the streaming giant's limited but growing gaming selection. It suggested that Netflix would only introduce ads to users who already see ads as part of their subscription, which is the case for users in the lower priced ad-supported models. Elsewhere in the report, it suggested that Netflix could begin offering larger titles for an additional fee as opposed to the current model of games being included in one subscription. Netflix games offering launched. Okay, Ham, what are your thoughts on Netflix wanting to monetize their base even more?
Like with the ads?
No. It's a two-pronged pivot, right? So one is ads, and the other one is charging more or charging an additional fee for extra games. So, for example, right, you already pay the $15 for Netflix.
Okay.
But then they get, I don't know, what game? Oh, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Let's say that they put Assassin's Creed Mirage on Netflix. Because it's a bigger AAA game on Netflix, you would have to pay an extra, I don't know, $10 or an extra $20. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, so it's just another tier, essentially, is what they're creating as a new tier.
No. As it stands right now, you have the top tier where you pay and you don't get ads and you get all the games. What they want to do is you would keep, for example, the top tier where you pay the $15, but then you don't get all the games. Some of the bigger games you now have to pay an additional amount to get access to.
Oh, so it's like per game.
Yes.
That I'm not sure if I love.
Yeah.
Because it's different when it's a different tier, because then you can just play all these different games at a different tier. But if it's like, I mean, to me, that's like what
they're trying to be Xbox.
It's like what Amazon does with like renting a movie, right? You rent the movie, and you pay for that specifically. You don't get a whole bunch of movies. You just get that one movie. And I'm not sure if, I mean, Now, is this like per month that you'd have to pay that? Or is it just that
No, no,
you
no, no.
pay that one time for like $15 and then I have access to that game?
To that game. Yeah, so they're just in the discussion phase, but I assume it would be a once-off payment. It's bad enough that they're thinking about making it a once-off payment, but if it's like a permanent ongoing thing, it would become unsustainable, Ham. Because if you bought 10 games, for example, you'd be paying $100 a month to keep access
Right.
to all 10 games every single month. So I'm assuming that Netflix is dumb, but they're not that dumb, right? Like they're
Sure.
not that stupid. Where if you buy 50 games, you have to keep paying for all 50 games to keep the access. So I'm assuming it's a once-off payment.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like that because it's just like, are the
Even
games
as a once-off
rotating?
payment, bro.
Like are games rotating in and out? Like, will that Assassin's Creed be gone in a year or two or something like
So
that?
far, no games have left. So far, all the games that have come into Netflix have not left.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust that though. And then on top of it, it's streaming, so you don't even really own it.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm saying. They're
you don't even
trying
you
to
don't get the
be.
feel that you own it in any sense. Right?
Yeah,
You miss that
yeah.
monthly payment, you can't play that game.
That's it. That's
So
it.
it's
Even though
just
you
like,
bought it, so you're trying to
uh,
be
yeah.
Xbox, but you're really not. You're trying to be PlayStation, but you're really not.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
Yep, yep. Raichi, in-ad games on games. Okay, time to uninstall Netflix games. Yeah, no disagreement. Hey, SSMUFC, welcome in, welcome in. We are still struggling. We are still struggling, but at least Jadon Sancho has left, so it's progress, right? We've
I
taken
got
a
about
step in the
10
right
more
direction.
minutes, Loke, until I got to get moving.
All right, in-game ads like those annoying ones in free mobile games. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty much, pretty much. All right, let's move on. Good luck, Netflix. Why are you doing this? Stop being stupid. Stop it. We like you, Netflix. Don't be stupid. Steam broke its concurrent user record over the weekend. This is from VGC. As noted by analytics site SteamDB, Valve service reached an all-time high of 33 million online users at 2 p.m. UTC on January 7th. Steam first passed 30 million concurrent users during a weekend in mid-October 2022, and its previous peak was 33,598,520 users came in March 2023. Ham, before you go in on this one, I just want to say real quick, it's ironic that a lot of people are talking about the video game bubble bursting because COVID was
Right.
over, but we're still like every few months you're hearing records just continuing to get broken, but COVID has been over for a while. So go ahead. What's your take on Steam breaking its concurrent user record over the weekend?
No, it just goes exactly to what you were just alluding to just a moment ago. It's just gaming is clearly growing and growing, and COVID just made it spike for a little
That's all.
bit, right?
But we were going to get here eventually, bro. It would take longer, but
Exactly.
we're still going to get here.
And the more things become more accessible, now you're seeing Steam Decks and people able to walk around with handheld devices of all different kinds that they can still access Steam on. So even if it's not a Steam Deck, right? People
Yeah.
can be able to play it. Being able to play stuff off of the cloud and all this different type of stuff, like just gaming is growing. And as you just got done saying, yeah, it hit like a crazy number during COVID, but we were gonna get here eventually anyways because people like to play, and it's just a normal human thing to do. Like we like on our downtime, we like to do stuff to waste time. especially if we're just chilling in bed, laying around. That's the reason that you're seeing other companies get into it. There's more companies seemingly getting into gaming than getting out.
Yes, that's true. There's more and more companies every single day. So X-Man, so X-Man is pissed. I have to say this. I'm mad everybody went to streaming services because there was no commercials, and now you're bringing back commercials when I pay. I might as well go back to cable. No, Sir X-Man. Commercials is the lower tier, like the lowest tier of Netflix. Almost free. I think it's like $5 or something. That's the low tier on Netflix. That one has commercials. I've never seen commercials. I pay the highest tier. I've never seen commercials. So relax. All right. How long until Game Pass offers a cheaper or even free tier with ads like this? Ham, would you be okay? Would you sign up for the
No,
the ad tier on Game Pass?
no, because I already pay for the higher tier. But would I
Yeah.
recommend that to somebody? Sure, but I'm not sure how much they would like to hear that there's ads in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I could say,
Yeah.
hey, man, you should try out this game. And they're like, man. And I'm like, well, it's on Game Pass. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's cool, but I don't have enough money to pay for that. And I'm like, well, they have a lower tier where they have ads or a free version that has ads. I think that is still interesting, but it's gonna always come along with why the heck is there ads in my game?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's different when it's on Netflix where you're watching a show. Imagine being deeply immersed in Remnant 2 fighting a boss, and then boom, there's an ad.
You beat the boss, and then there's an ad that has to roll real
Dude,
quick.
Forget beating the boss, Tam. Forget beating the boss. Imagine you are in the middle of the fight. You're fully immersed in said fight. Boom, there's an ad.
You open the door
And
and
you
walk
lose.
in right before the cutscene starts. There's an ad.
Yep. You lose
Telling
the
you to buy some
entire
Dove
rhythm.
soap.
Yep.
Wash your
Yep.
ass.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So X-Men, to your point, I just checked and it's $7 the tier. It's $7. I would never accept to pay $7 and then watch ads. Screw that. I'm out. I'd rather pay more. Wow. Amazon Prime now wants $3 more a month. Good times. Yep. Good times. I'm actually just sharing it's not even my account. I'm sharing a Amazon account to watch Invincible. But yeah. Anyways,
I just finished watching all of the Invincible. That was really good.
Yo, I'm on the 6th episode, I think. Amazing show.
Those episodes are a lot longer than you'd anticipate.
Quality also. It's not filled with filler. Like, no offense to anime. There's one thing I don't like about anime is when they start giving you filler. I hate that stuff. Give me just, the important beats. Because
the episodes are long, but before you know it, it's over.
Yeah, but because my time is very finite. So give me value for my time. I don't like filler. I could be playing Football Manager. I could be playing Metal Gear. I could be playing. I could be finally starting Remnant, but I'm sitting here. I'm turning on your show, and you're giving me filler. So that's one thing I value about Invincible. Ham, we're not going to do the last three because we have to discuss the Super Wild Card weekend, NFL playoffs kickoff this Saturday.
Did you see that somebody put in the chat just a little bit ago? No. And I see that Tom Warren posted right here that Twitch laid off 500 employees, about 35% of staff, according to Bloomberg.
I saw that, but it's Twitch. If I'm not, you know what? I'm not really sorry. Twitch, for me, is on the same level of like TikTok. If those two disappeared tomorrow, nothing of value was lost, in my opinion. Not even worth bringing up. Anyway, Super Wildcard Weekend. Big Mad Mo. That's not necessary. That is not necessary. Yes, J.K. Simmons rocks as Omni-Man. That's for sure. Hamothy, Browns, Texans. Who you got? Yeah, they're playing this Saturday.
Man, yeah, I like this part of the show. This is fun right here because we're only we can only do this kind of stuff like once a year, right? So
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna go with Texans.
Texas, C.J. Stroud, but isn't he injured? Isn't Stroud's not injured?
No, he's not injured. He played last game.
Oh, okay. Ham, I have to be honest. This weekend,
I wouldn't be surprised if Flacco did it, though. I would not be surprised. He's on a roll.
I'm not going to be a gamer this weekend. This weekend, I'm exclusively an NFL watcher. That's what I am. I'm going to be binging all of these games. So, Ham, you've got the Texans. I agree with you on the Texans. All right. Dolphins, Chiefs. Come on. Make the right pick, Ham.
Chiefs.
All right. I thought you were going to go with the Dolphins.
It should be the Dolphins.
Yeah, but dude, it's Mahomes. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable betting against him.
Yeah, you don't want to do it. I'd rather bet. I'd rather bet for Mahomes and then get it wrong than bet against him. Next we have on Sunday. This is the triple header. I don't know how I'm gonna watch all of this because the times are just terrible for Central African time. Steelers, Bills. I think this one's pretty easy. Easy money.
That's an easy one.
Okay. Okay, this one's also pretty easy in my opinion. Packers, Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys. If the Packers do it, I'm with the Packers, laughing. Man.
I'm with the Packers because I hate the Cowboys.
I don't like the Cowboys either, but I think this is the Cowboys. This is the year that the Cowboys need to get the Super Bowl. If they don't get it this year, then I
wait, hold the phone, pause. Something ain't right. What? The Cowboys did what? You think the Cowboys are going to win?
I said I think this is the year the Cowboys need to win.
Okay. You're not saying they're going to win.
No. I think I'll hold it until we finish.
All right. And lastly, we have Vic the Clicks Lions. Ham, Rams, Lions. Who you got?
Sorry, K Mega. Lions.
Damn.
The Rams are scary though, bro.
I'm with
the Rams. The Rams, in my opinion, is the one team in the playoffs that nobody wants to really play.
You think that? Yeah, but
they
they've been very
inconsistent. Anybody slipping.
Yeah, they've just been very inconsistent. What? Big Mad Mo thinks the Dolphins will beat the Chiefs. All right, Mo, I'm putting you down for this one. Big Mad Mo. Don't be running away next week Tuesday. I want you in the chat, Mo. Don't be running away after Mahomes whoops that ass. All right? Big Man Mo says Dolphins.
This is honestly one of the best years of NFL playoffs that I've seen in a little while.
Yeah, it's very balanced because any of these teams, right? The Browns could beat the Texans. Although we're both picking the Texans, the Browns could They could still beat the Texans. Dolphins, Chiefs. I mean, Tua is okay, right? He's inconsistent. He's
He has a lot of
short,
weapons,
but
though.
yeah, exactly. Tyreek Hill, dude, amazing player. Like he looks he plays like a Madden player. He doesn't look real when he's on the pitch. Steelers, Bills. All right, fine. Steelers, Bills. I can't see the Steelers winning. I can't do. I mean, their coach is
If the
good,
Steelers
but
win that game, I'm gonna be mad just to be mad. I'm not even like, I just don't like the Steelers.
dude, I dislike all the hype that Josh Allen gets without achieving anything, right? So I would be delighted if the Steelers won, but I'm just being realistic. They're probably not going to do it. Probably not going to do it. There's only one LA team, and they in Las Vegas. Oh, for sure, dog. For sure. For sure. It's the Raiders.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Just go with it, Am. Just go with it. Look, I'm here with sports with you. Recognize my chat. Lord have mercy, Sir X-Man. All right. So Ham, after we get through the wild card weekend, and I'm just being fair. Oh, sorry, we still have one more on Monday. Lord have mercy. It's Eagles Buccaneers.
Eagles easy. I'm just surprised the Buccaneers made it.
Baker Mayfield, dude.
I think the Eagles are finally going to turn it on, and I think that's the perfect team for them to play, to be able
to prove me right,
and to be able to be able to win and have confidence going into the next game. I think of all the teams there, that's the perfect team to play. I feel like the Steelers, they have a really good defense, and they could give like Hurts a problem, especially if TJ Watt is still able to play. I know he got hurt last game.
The Browns defense also is great.
But yeah, the Buccaneers aren't bad. They're pretty good, but I feel like just the Eagles are on another level. Even on a bad day.
For sure. For sure. And they're gonna prove me right. Remember when I picked the Eagles for the Super Bowl? I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and you were like, dude, are you sure? Because they were going through that rough patch. But I still believe in them. I hope for GQTV is not here anymore. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to recognize that Jalen Hurts is a pretty decent quarterback. I don't want to do that. Big Mad Mo's point, Ham. When the Rams won the Super Bowl, did you see the parade? That was embarrassing.
No, I didn't.
That was embarrassing. It was like just a couple of people. Dude, I think even the LA Kings had more people when they won the Stanley Cup. Right? But if the Raiders won the Super Bowl,
I love
best believe the streets would have been packed, Ham.
Thank you, Yodani.
Okay. Yodani with the super chat. Thank you so much. Dude, we're getting super chats on the outro now. All right. So appreciate it. Loke, you're a Texans fan now. Get in the bandwagon. No. CJ Stroud is great, but my team has always been, will always be the Raiders. Whether they're in Los Angeles, whether in the Las Vegas, if they move to New York
home state
one day, I don't. All right. We both picked the Eagles and the Buccaneers. The Raiders made the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs. It's been a rough.
They're far from
couple of
making
years,
the playoffs.
But we were 500 for a minute. So next year, as soon as we get rid of Jimmy G,
0-0.
And I didn't catch that until like 2 seconds later. I was fucked up, man. That was messed up. Oh man, but funny is funny. It's cool. Even if you're dissing my team, it's cool. It's cool. Oh my lord. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the show. Thank you guys for sticking through and even participating with the sports section. That's awesome. I think we're gonna do this more often on Tuesdays. We're gonna close out the show with like NBA or NFL stuff, and then I'm gonna start sprinkling in some Manchester United news as well,
And I
because
will log out.
we all we all want to know about actual football, right?
No, we don't.
The one that
Don't
the
wanna-
rest of the planet.
Well, yeah,
calls-
we do, and that's why we just got done talking about it. As for soccer, you're on your own.
You're Danny threatening me. You know what? Let's do this. Raiders are my 1A team, right? And then the Texans are my 1B team. I will never support the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care that they're in Texas. I don't care. I would rather support the Chiefs than the Cowboys.
It's gross.
So X-Men says only do it. Don't play. Oh, during playoff time. Do not any other time. Only. Okay. All right. I think that's fair, Ham. Right? Only during playoff time. That's cool.
Whatever.
That's cool. All right. Let me plug our stuff so we can get on up out of here. What if the Raiders win a Super Bowl? All strippers will go. If the Raiders win a Super Bowl and then the strippers in LA do that, I'm catching a plane. The money that I'm
Whatever.
saving up for us to go to Gamescom, I'll be like, bro, I'm sorry. I'm going to LA. Forgive me. Anyways, Tuesdays we do the lowdown. As you can see, we do it live, me and Ham Solo. Wednesdays is the two-player podcast on Matt Likes Games' channel. That's Matt Likes Games. Ham Solo and Matt do the two-player podcast. On Thursday, it's the lowdown. Sorry. On Thursday, it's Behind Them Sticks, where Ham Solo interviews personalities within gaming, from developers to actual gamers to content creators, etc. The next guest is 3-Bit, correct, Ham?
No, it's Erica
is
for the
it?
win.
Oh, okay. The next guest is Erica for the win. The salt mines. Welcome in. And then on Fridays, it's bullsitting with me, Ham, Matt, Cozy, and a special guest, where we chop it up about video games, the news, etc. On Sunday, I sometimes do a live show. I sometimes upload videos. So look forward to that. And finally, on Mondays, it's the crossover where Ham Solo and K Mega do a two-man podcast alternating between TSWS Gaming and K Mega's channel. So next Monday it's on TSWS, correct, Ham?
Correct.
Yes, next Monday it's on TSWS Gaming, and then the Monday after that it's on K Mega, and so on and so forth. Guys, thank you so much for coming through. We appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are the MVPs. And we will see you on the next episode of... Actually, no, we will see you on Thursday on Behind Them Sticks with Ham Solo and his guest, Erica, for the win.